Test.com's ASE G1 Practice Test. For the complete practice test, flashcards, exam review, and testing tips, check out the complete A1 through A8 Practice Test Kit with 800 questions and the ASE G1 Auto Maintenance and Light Repair Practice Exam Kit with 180 questions and fully explained answers. Engine Systems. Question 1. A tight timing belt makes what type of noise? A. Thumping sound. B. Whining sound. C. Slapping sound. D. Will not make noise. B. Whining sound. When the cogs of the belt hit the cogs in the sprocket, it is similar to the noise two gears make. Question 2. Two technicians are explaining radiator cap service. Technician A says a radiator cap is tested using a cooling system pressure tester. Technician B says when the radiator cap does not hold enough pressure, you can replace the cap gasket. Who is right? A. A only. B. B only. C. Both A and B. D. Neither A nor B. A. A only. Technician A is right because the defective radiator cap can cause low cooling system pressure. It allows cooling system pressure to escape. Technician B is wrong because the only acceptable repair for a defective radiator pressure cap is replacement. Automatic transmission transaxle. Question 3. A vehicle with an electronically controlled automatic transmission is being road tested for poor shifting. What should be done before doing a road test? A. Check wires and connectors for disconnects. B. Check for DTCS, or diagnostic trouble codes. C. Hook up the scan tool to the DLC data link connector. D. Check transmission transaxle fluid level. D. Check transmission transaxle fluid level. The automatic transmission fluid, or ATF, must always be verified before a road test. Question 4. Technician A says the auxiliary automatic transmission oil cooler is a small radiator separate from the engine radiator. Technician B says that if the automatic transmission oil cooler lines are found to be leaking, they are first tightened to specifications. Who is right? A. A only. B. B only. C. Both A and B. D. Neither A nor B. C. Both A and B. Both technicians are right. Technician A is correct because heavy-duty applications will use an auxiliary automatic transmission oil cooler. Technician B is correct because the first step in a leaking fluid line fitting is to tighten it to specifications using a torque wrench. If there is still a leak, then the fitting is defective and needs repaired. Manual drivetrain and axles. Question 5. A rear-wheel drive transmission has a leaking output shaft seal on a vehicle with 25,000 miles on the odometer. The most likely cause for the leakage is A. Excessive bearing wear. B. Naturally occurring evaporation. C. Transmission breather filter. D. Poor quality fluid filter. C. Plugged transmission breather filter. A plugged transmission breather filter causing excessive internal pressure is the most likely cause. Question 6. Of the following, when replacing a CV or constant velocity joint or boot, what is the last step before clamping the boot? A. Lubricate the CV joint with chassis grease. B. Mark location of the boot on drive axle shaft. C. Lubricate the CV joint and the boot. D. Burp the air out of the boot. D. Burp the air out of the boot. Before clamping the last seal on the boot, be sure to release trapped air to prevent the boot from expanding when heated and collapsing when cold. This is sometimes called burping the boot. Clamp the boot according to the manufacturer's specifications. The final step in the process is reinstalling the drive axle shaft in reverse order of removal and torque the drive axle nut to factory specifications. Suspension and steering. Question 7. This question has the word except. For this question, look for the choice that would not fit the described situation. Read the entire question carefully before choosing your answer. Close visual inspection of the power steering serpentine belt can reveal all the following except A. Premature wear due to misalignment, B. Proper belt tension, C. Correct orientation of dual belt application, D. Proper belt seating in the pulley. B. Proper belt tension. You cannot see proper belt tension. Question 8. Steering dampers can be used to reduce excessive blank. A. Negative camber, B. Toe-in, C. Positive camber, D. Positive caster. D. Positive caster. High positive caster places the top of the wheel high, so when it lifts, if too high, it will cause wheel kickback. Question 9. A technician is rotating the tires using the modified X method of tire rotation on a front-wheel drive vehicle. Where should the right front wheel be placed? A. Right front, B. Right rear, C. Left rear, D. Kept at left front. B. Right rear. This is the standard practice for a modified X tire rotation. Brakes. Question 10. A spongy brake pedal may be caused by which of the following? A. ABS diagnostic trouble code set, B. Frozen caliper piston, C. Defective metering valve, D. Air in hydraulic system. D. Air in hydraulic system. Air causes a gap in the hydraulic fluid flow because the fluid has to compress the air before it can apply the piston. This delay causes the spongy feel. The other choices do not affect this concern. Question 11. Why are drum brakes adjusted? A. To stop loose wheel bearings, B. To prevent brake fluid evaporation, C. To reduce fluid loss, D. To compensate for lining wear. D. To compensate for lining wear. The lining does wear and increases the clearance between the drum and brake lining. A manual or automatic adjustment decreases this clearance. Electrical. Question 12. The open circuit voltage or OCV test on a fully charged battery should show which voltage? A. 9.6 volts, B. 4 volts per cell, C. 1 volt per cell, D. 12.6 volts. D. 12.6 volts. The standard is 2.1 volts per cell, and 2.1 times 6 is 12.6 volts. Question 13. The starter motor was recently replaced and now makes a whining noise when starting. Which of the following is the most likely cause? A. Wrong starter installed, B. Shims left out, C. Defective solenoid, D. Defective flywheel. B. Shims left out. A whining noise is most likely caused by an incorrect clearance between the starter drive pinion and the flex plate or flywheel teeth. Shim or half shim may be needed to provide the proper clearance between the flywheel teeth of the engine and the pinion teeth of the starter. Question 14. Why should you never touch the tip of a halogen bulb? A. Oil from a finger can cause shortened bulb life. B. The glass will crack. C. You can get a significant burn and personal injury. D. The glass will melt from the heat of your finger. A. Oil from a finger can cause shortened bulb life. Oil from your skin leaves a residue on the glass shell to the bulb. When the bulb is turned on, it begins to get hot. Much of this heat is dumped into air around the bulb and is carried away. However, when there is oil on the bulb, it begins to get heated as well. The heat is actually enough to cause oil to boil, and its temperature can reach near 1,100 degrees Fahrenheit. This hot spot puts a great deal of heat near the glass bulb and can cause glass in the hot spot to warp and stretch. This causes a weak spot in the glass bulb, which can break and thus shortening lifespan. The other choices will not happen. HVAC. Question 15. This question has the word except. For this question, look for the choice that would not cause the described situation. Read the entire question carefully before choosing your answer. All of the following cause compressor drive belt edge wear except A. Clutch air gap, B. Bent mounting bracket, C. Damaged pulley, D. Worn pulley bearing. A. Clutch air gap. The clutch air gap has no effect on belt wear. Thanks for watching Test.com's ASE G1 Practice Test. For complete practice, try Test.com's 180-question ASE G1 Practice Test. See Test.com for more information.